Hello, this is Craig. This is day 18 of my 30-day video challenge. In this episode, I would like to talk about the value of documenting your life. Today, I got to thinking about the process of documenting my life. Looking back, I can see that I've been documenting my life in different ways for a very long time. And I think we all do to some extent. Probably the most common way that people document their lives is through photographs or pictures. Now everybody has a phone in their pocket which has an excellent camera on it, which makes documenting their life through pictures completely practical in a way that's never been practical before. Prior to the modern smartphone, you had to have various cameras to document your life. Prior to the modern smartphone, documenting your life meant you had to have perhaps a camera such as maybe a GoPro like this one here. So you would have had to purchase specialized equipment like this one, or if you're more of a photographer, you may purchase a DSLR camera like this one. Or you might have what they call like a point and shoot camera, which is more pocketable. What was required to document your life prior to the smartphone, documenting your life through pictures meant that you had to have some specialized equipment and you had to carry that equipment with you. And so you either had to be very diligent about carrying your camera around with you, or you had to just happen to have it close by in order to snap some pictures to capture those moments. With the invention of the smartphone, that became something that you almost always have with you. And so now you can document your life like never before. As I look back on my journey with taking pictures, I can see a distinct change when the smartphone came around. Prior to a smartphone, we would take pictures on just very big special events like vacations, holidays, maybe birthdays, and you could see when we had bursts of time where we would document our lives. And so we wouldn't do it very well because, prior to having a smartphone, we had very few photos looking back compared to what we do today. And I think most people is probably pretty similar unless you're an avid photographer. I've been struggling with figuring out how to effectively document my life for a while now. And the older that I get, the more I realize just how precious our life is and how our lives are made up of a collection of moments. I think it was probably after my 20s, as I made my way into my 30s, I started to kind of come to this realization of how precious life is, how it's moving very fast. And although at that time I didn't really have memory problems, I didn't forget things in my 20s and 30s like I do now, I started to realize that there was value in documenting my life so that I could remember it in a way that I can't do if I just rely on my memory. And so, I started in some form taking pictures. I would start writing things down. At one point, we got a camcorder, which was a dedicated video camera, if you're not familiar with a camcorder. And that camcorder was really limited. Like your phone that you have in your pocket now is like 100 times better than the specialized camcorder that we bought. I think we bought one to capture moments when we started a family. And so we didn't use it very much. That was the problem. We had this great new piece of equipment, this video camera, and we hardly used it because you had to carry it with you, or you had to remember to carry it with you. And so there's just always this struggle to have the equipment with you. If you have a camera like this one, well, that doesn't exactly fit in your pocket very easy. Remembering to carry that with you takes a lot of effort. And it's a challenge to remember to bring that with you. And then, well, what if that camera doesn't take video and you have to bring along a video camera too? Those pieces of equipment back then didn't get used a whole lot, and they mainly sat and collected dust. And every now and then I would pull them out because I would find them and go, oh, I remember we have this. We should use this. But we weren't using it. And so, as I continued to grow older, I learned how much I don't remember. And frankly, this terrified me because as you start to see your life pass you by, you want to capture all those moments in your life that are precious to you so that you can remember them later. So I've always kind of been challenged by this idea of documenting my life in a meaningful way. And so today, as I was going through YouTube, I came across some videos that really kind of inspired me and that brought up this idea again of how do I document my life in a meaningful way. And it's kind of ironic because, essentially that's what I'm doing now with my 30-day video challenge. I'm documenting my life in a way. Now, I'm not just taking pictures of myself, but I'm documenting thoughts that I have every single day, essentially. I'm documenting, an ongoing discussion that I have with myself, which is like things that I'm thinking about that day and things that inspire me. And so this is a way of me documenting my life in a way that I didn't even think of. That's just something that I got to thinking about today. And I think that is really valuable. And I think it's something that is possible for just about anyone in this world today. Because of the advancement of technology and the smartphones that we all have in our pockets, we can essentially all document our lives in a meaningful way. It's learning how to capture those moments and catalog them in a way that is useful for us going forward. This kind of gets me thinking about what am I going to do after this 30-day challenge is up? What is my next move? What is my next project that I'm going to take on? Because I do see a lot of value in documenting my life on video regularly. Now, it might not be every day because, quite frankly, this process of filming and then editing a video every single day is a challenge. It takes quite a bit of time out of my day. And so, I just don't know if it's maintainable every day of the year or if it's going to happen every other day or every few days or once a week, what it will be. But I'm really pondering, what I will do next in my entrance into video and trying to document my life. This just got me thinking today, and I wanted to share that with you. I'll put some of the links down in the comments below of some of the videos that I've watched that I thought were really meaningful to me, and I hope that they're meaningful to you as well. That's about it for today. This is Craig. It's been day 18 of my 30-day video challenge. I'll talk to you tomorrow.